He's been trapped in his own mind, but it don't matter. He's got more time for the lover to arrive. If he's still alive, he could be revived, but he's dead inside. And he said it's fine, what a lovely lie. Then he left and said goodnight. Whoa, 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 whoa. That man's wonderland.
Alright, what is up guys, Action Fear Addict 112 here, and we are going to be taking a look at the JOYTOY Battle for the Stars BlackHawkz Fleet 3-pack. So this is how JOYTOY has been mainly putting out their stuff, is in 3-packs. This one has been on my list for a while because I really love the designs for this 3-pack and the Hell's Fifth. I ended up picking up 2 of the Hell's Fifth so that I could complete the 5 members that I wanted for Hell's Fifth for my universe. And then these I picked up because I've been watching the Infinite Warfare trailer back because Strident has encouraged me to play the game, so I'm hoping I'll get a copy and pick it up so I could play it. But going back and looking at those designs, they're very similar to this, and what I have planned for my universe is something along the lines of this. It's very futuristic, so that is all I'll say. You'll have to look forward to the end of the year if I decide to sit down and show you guys what I've been working on with Company 76. Because I have been busy, trust me, I have. Been picking up stuff here and there, trying to get stuff set up for that, so if I end up going MIA, that's why. Yeah, I figured we'd take a look at some 118 skill stuff since it's mostly been 112th scale stuff. And I collect 118 scale stuff and 112 scale stuff, so. And plus the last thing that I reviewed was the Crossfire Wolf, which was months ago, and that, oh man, I went back and I watched that video, and oh man, that backdrop, man. I'm so glad I have something better. It just looks so unprofessional, I'm sorry. But yeah, we are gonna look at the paint and sculpt, the accessories, and the articulation, because there is some minor nitpicks I have with this pack, and it has to do with one of the figures, so we will get into that now. So without further ado, let's take a look at the BlackHawkz Fleet 3-pack from JOYTOY. Okay, so I'm only gonna look at one figure though, because it's essentially the same figure, just with different paint. Okay, so the paint is pretty good, which is to be expected from JOYTOY. Usually there's some paint hiccups, but on here it looks pretty good. The silver here looks good, even on the elbow pads back here and the pieces of armor up here look really good. The silver on the carabiners look good. The silver on here looks good too with the gunmetal, and then the shin guards here, or the knee pads, and then the shin guards here look good too with the black wash, which I like, because with some of the JOYTOY releases they like to go a little overboard with the black wash, so I'm glad they didn't do that here. Let me see, I like the gray for the boots and these gloves, and then I also like how the body's in black. I kind of wish they went with this color with the Hell's Fifth. That way it would have been easier for me to customize them for what I'm using them for. but instead I had to literally repaint all of them, which I'm still working on. You wouldn't believe how much of a pain in the ass these are to paint, considering you have to tear everything apart and then paint it and then put it back together. So yeah, everything looks good. Now in terms of the sculpt, I like it, even though these, and I'm pretty sure that might be it, are all the same thing from the Hell's Fifth. I think even this body is from the Hell's Fifth, which is kind of annoying because if you're buying these 3-packs, you would expect them not to reuse such obvious parts, but JOYTOY tends to reuse parts, which kind of annoys me in some degree because they've been doing such a good job sculpting new shit that it's really annoying when they go and start reusing parts, and such obvious parts at that. So I kind of wish they wouldn't go in the Hasbro route and just start reusing shit and reproducing the same shit, because yeah, it just gets really annoying. But all these pouches, all of this is really nicely sculpted, and I haven't had any issues with anything breaking so far, so, which is good because oh man, when I bought my special group 5-pack, I had a lot of the parts break on me, so I had to super glue that stuff, and I contacted them and told them that to double check the plastic as a suggestion, so that stuff like this wouldn't happen again. And so far so good, so I'm pretty satisfied. And the face sculpt is pretty good. It's not horrible, although that is one of the issues I have with one of the other members of this particular pack. But yeah, the eyes are actually painted in. It's just his eyebrows and the black wash underneath there just kind of hide his eyes, but they're there. Hair looks good too. He does have some lines here, or some areas of paint on his face. That's not from them, that's from me putting the helmet on him, which when I get into the accessories I'm going to mention that too, because that's an issue I've seemed to be having with this particular pack, because the Hell's Fifth I haven't had any issues with. But yeah, he's really cool. Now this guy here, this is a head that I got from the special group, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the 5-pack, because this was the head that they gave you, which I don't mind. It's not a badly sculpted head, it's just, this is kind of a nitpick that I have with JOYTOY. I wish they would stop giving us heads like these, like yelling heads, like yelling, screaming heads, because it's just stupid. And then to top it off, you can't even put the fucking helmet on this head because it doesn't even want to sit, because I'm guessing either his hair is too tall or something about it, it just doesn't work, so you have to replace the head. At least that's what I had to do. And I tried replacing it with this, and it didn't work. So then I tried replacing it with this here, this Crossfire Wolf, and it worked to some degree, but then it just didn't, what's it called? But then we had issues because the head got stuck in the helmet. So then I just settled with this. I did obviously repaint it because they didn't paint any eyebrows on him, and he had too much face, so I figured I'd paint a beard on him and some eyebrows, and I think it looks pretty good. Not my best, but you know, it'll do. And then this is the other head sculpt that you get, which isn't bad. So, but yeah, the sculpt is really good, even though we're reusing parts, which I don't really like. The overall sculpt and the paint is pretty on point, so I'm pretty happy with that. So with that being said, we're gonna take a look at their accessories now. Okay, so we're gonna look at their accessories now. So in terms of their accessories, you get 3 of these helmets, which I have one set up right here, which I do like the way that this looks. It looks really nice. It's a lot of hosing detail and stuff like that. And yeah, I just really like the way that this looks. It's very space. I love anything space, NASA, stuff like that. And one of my favorite figures that I picked up from the Fortnite, the 3.75-inch Jazzwares Fortnite stuff, is this guy, which is the Eternal Voyager. This was one of my first that I picked up, and then I fell down a rabbit hole with these things. So, but yeah, so I do love the futuristic look for them, and they're, like I said, it's gonna fit into what I'm doing for my universe. So yeah, there's that. So you get 3 of them. One of the issues that I have with them is that on one of them, yeah, it's this one. The way that they did the paint on the inside of it, when you go to put it on someone's head, it leaves paint marks, which is really annoying. So I'm going to see what I can do to fix that. But I do want to point that out because it is really fucking annoying to put it on someone's head and then you take it off and it's like, why is there paint marks on there? So I was thinking maybe it rubbed off of his eyebrows or something, but no, it just did that. So I'm really annoyed about that. But you do get 3 of those and they look dope. Then you get 3 of these, which I'm guessing these are their standard issue rifles, which is cool. It is very futuristic, so I like it. I'm pretty sure one of the Hell's Fifth came with this. I'm pretty sure, yeah, one of them came with this, but I gave it, no, 2 of them came with this. And I think one, I don't remember. I think the captain came with this, so I gave him one of those, and then I modified it and changed it up. So this is going to be their standard issue weapon here, which I like this. I really do. I really like the futuristic guns. They look cool. So yeah, you get 3 of those, and then, like I said, you get the handgun. The handgun is the same as the Hell's Fifth, and I imagine it's the same as the Parish Patrol and the Paratroopers, which, as you can see here, it's really nice. Looks like a 9mm, so nothing real fancy. Although I wish they gave him what they gave the I would have to dig for that pistol, which kind of sucks. But what they gave to the special forces, or the special group, I think. Hang on, let me see if I can find that pistol real quick. Hang on. Okay, I found it. Yeah, I kind of wish they gave them something like this. Like, see how more futuristic this looks? It looks like the pistol from Black Ops 3. I can't remember what it's called. But it does look like this, and I do... as much as everyone bashes the shit out of Black Ops 3, I do like it for some of the weapons designs and some of the character designs for the specialists. Just like Black Ops 4, I love the designs from Black Ops 4. I don't have Black Ops 4, but I played Black Ops 3. But I do love the designs for Black Ops 4, and I probably will I will try to take some of those characters and give them 118 skill form eventually, because, yeah, like, I mean, you can go look up the specialists, and they look really cool. So, yeah, I kind of wish they came with something like this, but again, these guns, they aren't bad. I mean, they're not horrible. Like, I'm not bashing it because they do look good. So I'm okay with that. But yeah, you get 3 of those, and then you get the riot shield, which looks like this, which is cool. It says caution, do not touch. Just strange. But I'm okay with it as long as it doesn't say like punishment or I don't know, destroy or something like that. Then I'm okay with it. So yeah, this is how it clips on, just like the Hell's Fist shields. And what's cool is that they gave you an extra piece. So just like with the Hell's Fist, what happened was there was a production issue with them, and this little clip piece here was too soft, and it was too soft, so it didn't want to fit around there. So what JOYTOY did was they ended up taping the extra replacement part like this onto the box. So then when you got it, this was taped on there, and all you had to do was just take it off, put on the shield, and it was good as new. So with this one, it feels more pliable, or yeah, I guess it is a little soft here. So what I did was I put the more harder one on, so you can see there's not any resistance or anything like that. So I'm hoping it'll clip in just like the Hell's Fifth one, so I won't have any issues. But yeah, it's really cool. I'm actually gonna do that real quick to show you how this goes together. So you just clip that in there, and then let me see. Oh shit, that's okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. So yeah, if you wanted them to see how that looked, I mean, it's a big ass shield. I mean, this is a big shield compared to the Hell's Fifth one. I mean, this is what the Hell's Fifth one looks like right here. So it is definitely smaller. This one's definitely smaller than this one. So yeah, see how it says like power down here? It's just kind of like, I kind of wish they would stop doing this, because it's like it's a little corny that they put that down there. So yeah, it's cool that they put this, at least the caution thing, and not just power just straight across it. I'd be like, man, what the fuck is this? But yeah, this is cool, and then it's got their logo on it, which is cool. And yeah, and then one other thing it comes with is the extra joints. Because trust me, I think I've had 2 JOYTOY figures break on me, their joints. So these are a blessing. One of them happened to have been the special group. One of them, I went to go move their leg, and it just snapped. So I was able to get that joint replaced. So awesome. Awesome. This will go with the rest of my JOYTOY joints that need to replacement joints. So yeah, that is pretty much it for their accessories. So now we're going to take a look at their articulation. Okay, so we are going to take a look at this guy's articulation now. So like all the male figures and the previous female figures, because I think shout out to Woodman just did a review on the Wastelanders 3-pack that JOYTOY just came out with, and he pointed out that the females have a different neck, which I'm gonna have to check when I get my Paron Patrol 3-pack. Whenever that comes in, I'm gonna have to check. Well, I'll probably do a review of those, but I'm gonna check and make sure that that is correct before I say something like that. But yeah, so in terms of his articulation, it's on a double ball, just like the Crossfire Fox Hunters, and I'm pretty sure I'll have to check real quick. No. Oh wait, yeah. Okay. So yeah, Kawi also has a double jointed neck, so just wanted to make sure. So yeah, so he can look up this much, he can look down this much, which is really impressive. He can move side to side, and he can look left and right. He can turn his head 360, but he's not a robot, so he doesn't need to do that. His arms, they rotate 360, they go up this much. They do have a swivel up there. He also has a single joint in the elbow. Because he has the elbow pads on, it doesn't look like they bend that much, but trust me, if they're not on, if you take them off, you get a little bit more of a bend. So you can do that. There's a rotation in there. Rotation. There's a 360 in his wrist. Right there. So on this hand, he can hinge front and back. And then on this one, it moves up and down. So it has the roll of dice in this hand and up and down in this hand, which is perfect. And I wish Marvel Legends would do this, because and I wish a lot of other 1/18 scale or 3/3 inch companies would do this, because this allows you to actually chamber a fucking handgun correctly. Okay, if you just have the hinge in the hand and this, and then the up and down here, it makes things more difficult. So I'm glad that they at least put that there. So I'm happy about that. Now, because he has armor on here, what is this? It is a double ball in the chest here. So, let me see if I do think that I have a, yes I do, to show you. Okay. So this is one of the Hell's Fifth without his armor. So this is what the torso looks like underneath. So what you would usually get if you didn't have any of that was you would get a bend this far front, or I guess this far in front, and then this far back. And there are a lot of people that say the JOYTOY figures can't sit down. I'm going to show you that they can indeed sit down. So that's how he sits down without any armor. And then for this guy, he can bend forward this much. He can bend back. Let's see if I move the belt. He can move back this much. He can move side to side. Rotation there. His foot can move up this much. Can move back this much. Ooh, dropped him. Can move back this much. He can move his legs out this much. He has a thigh rotation, double jointed knees. He has a, pretty sure that's a ball joint in there. A ball joint in the foot. So you technically can get an ankle rocker in there. So there's that, and then you get a toe hinge. Just kind of cool. So yeah, that is pretty much his articulation. Overall I like the JOYTOY. Wow. I cannot talk. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired. Apologize. It's been a long day. So yeah, I do enjoy the JOYTOY articulation a little bit better, and that's why I kill switch my character over to a JOYTOY body, so that I would get more articulation out of it whenever if I do decide to do some shorts or something like that. So yeah, I do really like the articulation on these. They're really nice. They're definitely an upgrade from your traditional G.I. Joe articulation or even the Marauders articulation. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So yeah, without further ado, we'll get into my final thoughts now. But before I do want to do some comparisons with some different figures. So here is a JOYTOY figure compared to the Crossfire Fox Center version B, the 50th anniversary Lady J, which has the Marauders fix-up that I did, because that figure was she was a hot fucking mess, man. And that figure made me so sad, so I'm glad I fixed Lady J, because she is one of my favorite characters. Okay, hang on. Try to get her to stand up, because she is... There we go. Okay, there's that, and we will do a Marauders figure. This comparison. Alright. So here she is, or here he is next to, like I said, the JOYTOY Crossfire Fox Center version B, the Marauders Flatline, which is a character on Company 76, but she's a female Valkyrie, so you can see the height. And then the 50th anniversary Lady J with a Marauder's head and vest and drop-down holsters. So yeah, there's that. And then in terms of the male figures, here he is compared to a Marauders male figure, which I'm going to use Weaponsmith. Shout out to Strident. I'm going to use trying to see if I have any G.I. Joe. I don't think so. I do have... Oh, okay. I'll use him. He is next to the Wicked Cool Toys, World of Halo, the pilot, and we will use the G.I. Joe Pursuit of Cobra Firefly. So that is how he scales next to those. And if you want to see him compared to a bigger 1/18 scale figure, here he is compared next to the World of Halo Master Chief, which I showed off when I did my review of the Warhog from this exact line. So here's that. Yeah, with that being said, we're going to get into my final thoughts, and that'll wrap up this review. Okay, so my final thoughts on the JOYTOY Battle for the Stars BlackHawkZ Fleet 3-pack is this. I really like them. I love the futuristic aesthetic that these figures bring, and they're definitely what I want to incorporate into my universe. And I think they will look great for what I will be using them for. And I can't wait till my Paron Patrol pack comes in, and the other packs that have come out this year that I've been looking at getting. And yeah, it's just really nice to be able to find 1/18 scale stuff that isn't G.I. Joe, that isn't Hasbro. Because what Hasbro's been doing with the G.I. Joe stuff is fucking horrendous. I mean, you know, just re-releasing shit from, 25th anniversary, and then, which are re-releases of shit from the original G.I. Joe run, it's like, no, I'm not feeling that. But I am feeling what Wicked Cool Toys is putting out with the Halo stuff, and I'm feeling this stuff. And because I can't order shit from Marauders right now because they're really behind on their orders, or their delay is so big that it's cool to be able to get stuff like this, to be able to work on my universe until Marauders can get caught up with their stuff. So yeah, that is pretty much my review of this 3-pack. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and look forward to some more content. I'll just be putting it up in my own pace, and I do have episodes from the podcast that I need to put up too, because I know you guys have really been liking the 2 parts that I put up of our rant from episode 5, I think. So yeah, I will be putting up the final part to that, and yeah, thank you for the support, and let's finish this year out strong. Action Figure Addict 112 out.